Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Fragrance Fireside Chat. What a crazy week it's been for me. A lot of work to do, got done finishing a couple of shoots, so therefore I have a couple of videos that are going to be coming out this week. I'm going to try and cram maybe 3 or 4 videos this week just because I have to do my top 10. I want to get out the first one, Versace Eros, as well as possibly another one review kind of around the same time. So there's a couple of videos that I want to cram through this week and really push the envelope this week. So be on the lookout for those videos going on. It was a great week fragrance-wise. It was a great week outside of fragrance. For those of you who don't know, I love basketball, love sports in general. Lost a couple games in softball, won a couple games in basketball, enjoyed watching the Heat win the championship. I actually I'm not an avid Heat fan. I have a minor jersey, so for those of you who have seen me play basketball in person, a couple of you actually have. I usually sport my Harold Miner jersey, throwback Heat jersey from a while ago. But I am a LeBron James fan, and it was nice to see him win a championship. It wasn't too good to see Tim Duncan lose, just because I love Tim Duncan as well. But I just felt that with all that was going on, if the Heat were to lose, then LeBron would have taken the full blame, whereas in this situation, if he wins, the Spurs really don't take any blame for this or anything like that. So everyone is happy as far as I'm concerned, except for people who hate LeBron. All right. As far as fragrance-wise, in this weekend I was actually pretty busy just enjoying the weekend, if that makes any sense. I went to a smorgasbord. It's basically kind of like a little fair that they have here in New York, where a bunch of restaurants kind of get together and let you sample, or not even sample, but they sell you some of their stuff, and it is sort of like a sampling of what they have for a restaurant. So it's basically like a huge food fair. It's out in the sun, it's right next to the water, it's really great atmosphere. Went with a couple of friends, and I think I went there at 11, and right afterwards at like 2 or something, when we wanted to get out of the sun, we went drinking, and literally just went just drinking, talking, and having a great time up until maybe like 3 a.m. just bouncing around different spots in Brooklyn, then into Manhattan, bouncing around a couple of spots in Manhattan. So overall, the weekend was actually pretty good. I did get actually 3 major compliments today. First, my scent of the day. My scent of the day today was Humaniste from Frapan. Just because when I went out, I was going to end up sweating playing basketball anyway, and because this only lasts a couple hours anyway, figured why not apply it at first. Yesterday, when I went to the smorgasbord, my scent of the day was Creed Virgin Island Water, which garnered a couple of compliments actually. A couple of people wanted to know what I'm wearing, and I met another fellow fragrance junkie who collects fragrances as well, and didn't know there was a pretty huge YouTube community. So I let him know, and he'll probably be around enjoying fragrances with the rest of us. So that's a pretty good one. And I also got a compliment from a guy who works at the bodega, which basically was like a little small corner store type of a thing. When I decided to pull out Cruel Intentions, and I wore Cruel Intentions, and I remember I was walking through the store, picked up what I wanted, started walking towards the counter, and handed him the money to pay for what I had, and he was like, "Wow, man, you smell really good. What is that you're wearing?" Told him Cruel Intentions. He's like, "Where can I get a bottle of this?" I was like, "You can buy it, Killian, blah blah blah. How much does it cost?" And I told him the price, and he was like, "Hey," and he just kind of backed off of it, and it was like, okay, it smells great, but I'm not gonna pay that much for a fragrance. It happens, but adventures in fragrances. So I think I'm actually gonna go pick up tomorrow the Dior cologne, that came out, just to kind of complete the Dior series. They're one of the few houses. They're one of the houses that I trust, so that when they release something, I don't feel bad taking a gamble on it and just blind buying it. So I'm gonna blind buy it, and I'll probably give my thoughts on it by next weekend's or by next week's Fragrance Fireside Chat. And I'm probably gonna do a little bit more of a highlighting of other people's channels on the next week's Fragrance Fireside Chat. But other than that, it's been a great weekend. Fragrance-wise, normal-wise, just a good weekend overall. So thank you, take care of yourselves, and have a great day.